13 free tools are essential for online marketers. Hey guys, welcome to today's show, which is all about essential tools that are actually free, that are useful for all online marketers and business owners. Okay, so there's going to be no fluff. These are tools that I use on a regular basis, and I recommend them because they're excellent. Okay, and it's as simple as that. There's going to be no fluff. We're just going to be talking about these tools, how you can use them, and all that sort of really good stuff. So before we get on with that, I just want to say, hit the thumbs up button if you like anything in this video. If you find something new, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos just like this, please hit the subscribe button. It's as simple as that, and turn on the notification bell. And it's as simple as that. And in addition to that, it's the comment that I always ask because I am so intrigued to know what's going on. So jump down to the comment section below right at this second now, and let me know where you're tuning in from in the world. What city, what country? Just let me know. Get involved and share with everyone where you're watching this video from. It's really interesting to know where everyone is watching for each video. So do that now. Pause the video, jump down to the comment section and say where you're viewing from. So let's get started. Let's talk about this list. So as I say, these are all great tools. Now, I created my list, and then literally just before I started recording this video, I thought, I'd go on Google and just do a search for, tools, and just see if there's anything I've missed out that I think is essential, just to, get those grey cells working, okay? And one of the articles that I found that really made me laugh was that it was a list of free tools, and it was 531 free marketing tools. Like, what can anyone get from that? 531 tools. That's all well and good, but stick your neck out and say which ones are the best. Don't just list everything. So this is what this video is about. This is going to be about the ones that I feel offer the most value in conjunction with actually being free, but the most useful. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is one that I use on quite a regular basis, and that is actually CANVA. Now, this is for graphical needs. You're able to create different types of graphics, logos, images, social images. Your website logo. You're able to enhance your images with overlays and graphics and text and all these sorts of stuff. And the beauty is that it's a free tool. Okay, so for the majority of the product, it's free. Now, there is a premium version which comes with the ability to have additional fonts, uploading your own fonts, using their larger catalog of images and templates and shapes and all these sorts of stuff, which is great. And there's also a tool for resizing different images and exporting them in slightly different styles. Okay, but the core element of it, and it's a tool that I've used for a number of years, is free. Okay, so all of your social media images for Facebook, for Instagram, for example, all this sort of stuff, anything that's going to be viewed online can be created in Canva, and it can be created very easily, very, very quickly. Okay, because as I say, there are a lot of templates. Now, there are templates that are premium, but it comes with a massive boatload of free templates. Now, even if you just look at the thumbnail of this video, I created this in Canva. All I did was, took a selfie of myself, and then I've thrown it into the template. I changed some of the colors from the template, throw it in whatever the headline of this video is in the thing, and that was that. It took me, a couple of seconds to create that, and it was I say it's a reasonably good, well-designed thumbnail created in seconds. Okay, but you can create these images and things for anything you need. So anything you need graphics for, this is my first port of call, because as I say, it is so user-friendly, and because it's online, you're not storing things in folders on your hard drive, on your desktop. Everything is online, so I can use my MacBook here, and I can do some stuff, and then I can go elsewhere with another computer, and I can log in and all my images are there saved, and I can edit them, I can duplicate them. It's good to go. It is one of the best tools going, okay? So I'll move on to the second tool. The second tool is all about social media. This one's Buffer, okay? Now this again obviously has advanced premium versions, but it has a free introductory account, okay, which is free forever. So it's not just for 30-day trial or whatever. Obviously, it is limited, but the beauty of this is, right, it enables you to set up posts, things you want to share on social media in advance. So with the free account, you're able to load up 10 pieces of content for your social media. So that could be 10 days, okay, or it might be 10 weeks. Depends on what your strategy is, okay? It could be that it's one day, but it enables you to do everything that's going to go out tomorrow, okay? So in those 10 elements, okay? So obviously there is Chrome extensions, so you can swipe things online and, you know, blog posts and whatever, and say you want to share them, and it will just automatically go into like a library and it'll be fired out. You can obviously put your own content. You can upload your own stuff that you want to do, but it gives you the ability to do things in advance. And obviously, like anything, like any free tool, the more that you get out of it and the more that you see the potential in it, you may decide to upgrade to the paid one, which obviously allows you to set up more things in advance. I can't remember exactly what the paid one is, but it's probably something like 100 pieces of content in advance, which seems crazy. But, you know, you could sit there for an entire day and set up all of your social media content. And you know, if you're going to get revenue back in return, it's going to be a worthwhile investment sitting down and doing it all in one day. Then you don't have to do it every single day. Okay, that's a really cool tool. Really, really cool. The next one is 3 different tools, but they're all made by Google. Okay, so the first one is Google Alerts. Now, Google Alerts is a simple website, and all you do is you put in a certain keyword. Okay, you put in a certain keyword, you put in your email address, you click the button, and then what will happen is you will get emails at a frequency that you determine that will display content based upon the keyword that you've put in. So it might be that you want to monitor certain words and phrases as they pop up in Google. Okay, so as people blog about it, as people write articles about it, you want to see like how frequent that things are being discussed or not. Okay, you know, it might be that there's a certain website that you want to know that people are talking about. You can get these alerts and they'll come to you. Okay, and then there's whole different strategies that you can use around that. You might want to set up that specifically just to monitor certain keywords and phrases, for example, but you may want to be able to provide help. So every time something is mentioned, you can go to those websites, and if there's comment sections, for example, you can get involved. Okay, so there's a lot of things there, but it's a very, very helpful tool. The second one is Google Trends. So we know Google is the biggest search platform. You know, it has so much content ranked and indexed. Now, what you can do with Google Trends is you can put in a specific keyword, and then you will get a graph and some data that tells you about how often this word or keyword has been searched for, okay, over the period of time, over a period of years, okay? So you can see how popular something is now, whether it's on an upward curve, whether it's on a downward curve. And then also there are, always comes in with associated words. It's the words that people are searching for in conjunction with it, other like long tail key phrases. So then you can get more ideas and you can see whether certain other things are being more popular. You know, it's just a really cool, simple tool for when you're doing research, for example. So the next one is another Google tool, and this is Google Analytics. Okay, so this is another really cool tool that's free. It's done by Google, but what this one is for, you install this onto your website. Okay, and what it does is it provides you with some interesting stats. Now, all depends on where your website is, you will get certain stats, but some of them are more interesting than others. Obviously, every statistic will tell you, oh no, you've had 50 viewers today, whatever, or, they'll tell you what website they came from, which can be quite useful. But some of the stuff with Google Analytics is that it tells you, how people used your site. Okay, so what time of day were people more likely there? What day of the week Do people more likely to visit your site? But one of the analytics that I find, really interesting is that it will, because it's tracking the users that visit your site, it's able to tell you whether the user is continuing to use your site week in, week out, or whether how many people view your site. Then 1 week later, how many of those people are continuing to use your site? Then 2 weeks later, how many are continuing to use your site? So it's not talking about new traffic, it's talking about repeat traffic, with these people continuing to use your site. That is gold dust. So you can see whether you're doing it right, whether you're maintaining people into your site, okay? That is gold, and it's as simple as that. Right, the next one, again, in terms of information and research, is Facebook Insights. So this is accessed via the Business Manager. Again, it's a free tool, anyone can get there. But it basically gives you the ability to put in keywords, and then it will search through all of the Facebook users to give you data. So you can search for certain people or products, sites or topics, keywords, for example, and it will tell you the sort of age range, the gender, and then what's added to this. What other things are they interested in? So you could set it up so people that like, I don't know, a certain sports team, right? Certain sports team, and you can choose a certain age range, and then you can find out what other things they like, what food they like, what shops do they use, what websites do they like, all these sorts of things, because Facebook has such a wide database of information based on all these people. Okay, so again, it's another thing that's free. It's another thing that gives you that ability to research and filter down what your ideas essentially. Okay, so the next thing we're talking about is called vidIQ. Now this is all about video marketing. Now we know that video marketing is massive. It's so important, and if you can master it, you're going to be laughing for all manner of reasons. Okay, but it's very, very difficult. It's as simple as that as well. That it is very, very difficult. So you need tools to enable yourself to help you out. Yeah. Okay. So with vidIQ is essentially a Chrome extension that you add to the Chrome browser, and then when you're browsing YouTube, you get lots of stats. So you get stats about how often people are viewing these videos, how they're interacting with these videos, how they're coming to these videos. And it also talks about, you also get to see tags that other people are using, okay? So it gives you the ability for when you're creating your own videos, you can look at similar videos and see what they're doing, how they're getting their traffic, and what types of keywords they're using. So it gives you the ability to enhance and make better videos yourself. So it's a really cool tool. Again, there's some paid options, but essentially, the core product, which is free, gets a big thumbs up from me. Okay, so the next thing is something a little bit different. Now I'm going to combine two products as one, because it really is about your own personal preference. Okay, so the tools are Notion and Evernote, and essentially what they are, they're cloud-based tools where you can create notes and files and store them and file them in different ways. Okay, now they can be very complex and they can be very different. Okay, but essentially that's what they are. So it's the ability for you to type notes and have them in the cloud, so you can access them in different places when you get ideas, when you get inspiration. And as I say, there is the ability to organize them in different manners. They're very different visually, and people will have different preference. Okay. But one of the things which is really, really handy with both tools is they have a Chrome extension. Okay, so when you get inspiration, when you're searching the web, you have the ability to click on the button in the top right corner and then instantly file that website into your account for a later date. So you could have a folder or a page that is all about ideas, business ideas, or logo ideas, or whatever it might be. And then whenever you come up with something, hit the button, bang, it gets sent to that file. So then when you go into your account, you go into your Notion account, you go into your Evernote account, You can find that file and you can go through them, okay? So you're not losing that information. It's really, really cool. You get similar things on, if you have the apps installed on your mobile phone, when you go onto the browser, you can click share and you'll be able to do a similar sort of thing, okay? So you'll be able to share it directly into the app, which is really, really handy. I find it immensely useful for storing, saving, categorizing ideas so that later down the line, when I want to work on specific projects, I can then go into my filing system and see, right, I've got, these 30 different pages and quickly go through them rather than, specifically going, right, I need to find some ideas, because we all know that we have an idea and we start searching on Google and suddenly we've wasted 3 or 4 hours and not really had anything useful. So the ability to save these things as and when, really, really good. And obviously those tools give you the ability to manage projects whilst you're working on them, okay? But that's a whole new thing, At the moment, I've been moving towards Notion. I really like the way it's the visual, and it's almost like a website for your personal world, okay? And I just think it's really, really cool. So check that out. Feel free to check that out. So the next one is a really quick tool. It's called bit.ly or bit.ly. Sorry, yeah. And essentially what it is, it's just an ability to take a website, a web link, and then shorten it. And then within the dashboard of Bitly, you're able to see how many people have clicked on the link in total, how people are clicking on it in the last 30 days, and also where they're coming from. So you'll be able to monitor whether it's social traffic, desktop traffic, whether it's whether the countries, is it coming from America, Africa, Australia, Europe, wherever it might be, gives you that indication of where it's coming from, okay? So that's really important, and I use that all the time, okay? The next one is an interesting thing, and this is more of a collaborational tool. We spoke about Evernote and Notion. Now you can create files and you can collaborate with other people on them, okay, in different types of ways. But this tool, which is called LOOM, it gives you the ability to record videos for free, okay, videos for free, and they're instantly shared to the cloud, and then you can then share them with people that you want to share them with. And then obviously there's obviously a comment section, people can comment, and you can collaborate on different things, okay? But as I say, you can record your screen, you can record your camera, and you can get these videos out to certain people. So if you're working on a project and you want to show something for someone in a more visual way, you can send that across. And we all know that collaborating with people is where the gold happens, where the magic happens. Trying to do something your own, you're going to be stuck one-dimensional. If you've got other people to bounce off and say, actually, mate, that's a terrible idea, scrap that, move on to the next thing. But you might not be able to explain that. We all know that explaining something in video form is much more easier. So it's like this video here. And if I was to write this in a blog post, I'd probably spend all day trying to write this, and then the person would have to sit there and go through it. Instead, I'm creating this video really, really quickly, and it's really easy for you to digest, okay? So Loom is something that's worth checking out. The free plan has a limit of 5 minutes for your videos, which is a bit annoying. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I wish it was longer, but it is what it is, okay? So the next thing is Pexels. That's PEXELS.com. This is just free copyright images and videos. We know these days it's so difficult to find good quality images that you're allowed to use. Pexels is free and it's copyright free. You can have the license that covers you to use it for anything and everything. And the images on these sites are incredible, because they are high quality images created by photographers, like real photographers, and they're all different types of things, whether they're products and places, and they're just so cool. I love that site, okay? So moving to the penultimate one, and the penultimate one I'm going to talk about now is an essential tool. It is an essential tool that people overlook, and that's essentially an autoresponder. Now, obviously, autoresponders, they cost money, but obviously, the fortunate thing is that most of them have free trials. So you can use it, you can see the benefit of it, and then you can move forward with it. Now, obviously, I use AWEBER because, that's what I've used for a while. It's very, very simple. I don't really want to be mucking about things that are too complex. So use that. You can get a free trial. We know that, building a list, the phrase, money is in the list. I actually even had a website that was called that back in the day, and I let the domain expire. I don't know whether I should have kept it or not. Who knows? But, I'm not really much of a blogger. So, you build a list, and you communicate with your people via the list. It's incredibly important. It's a way of getting, your messages directly to people, and the fact that you own them. Facebook and all these social platforms are constantly evolving and changing, and that can be a real pain. And different sections of things move out. We know that pages were really, really good, and then they kind of went dead, and then groups flew off the charts, and then they kind of went completely dead as well. So all these things and all these other social platforms, they come and go. And, even Instagram kind of was hot, and then suddenly it kind of went. And having your own email list and you're able to communicate with these people is incredibly important. So having a tool that enables you to do that is great. And as I say, I use AWeber, okay? So the last thing is actually having a funnel that works, okay? A funnel that works, that can maximize revenue back to you, because essentially that's what it's all about. So I've got ultimatecommissionclub.com. That's a free funnel that you can take and copy just by going to that website, ultimatecommission.com. And it enables you to earn crazy commissions just by joining through the system and then promoting it yourself. You will get these incredible commissions. Okay, so it's well worth checking it out, okay? Because as I say, I've gone through the process of creating the funnel, and I've had the funnel there for a couple of years, and I'm actually in the process of considering redesigning it in the next, this end of this year, as we start to wind down. I'm going to redesign it from a visual perspective, so it's worth checking out. But it works now anyway, and people can go in, they can sign up, they can replicate it, and then promote it themselves. And then they start making these amazing commissions, and they're recurring commissions. So that's it. We just got to the end of this video. I hope that you found something of interest here. You found one tool that possibly you weren't using, or philosophy, or, a concept that I came up with that you thought, what, that's a cracking idea. Okay. And if it was, there's a little icon that looks like that. Smash that, right? And think about, subscribing to the channel. And as I said at the start of this video, hit me up in the comments section and tell me where you're watching from. I want to know. So I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you soon for another video real soon.